when I went into IIM, so I was slightly underconfident. Okay. Again, the mistake I made was that hurt me in some ways, that also helped me in some ways. In IIM, I was from the first day. So one thing is aim high. Okay. Don't aim low. There were some courses where I knew nothing. Many companies come to the placements. Okay. You have to go and attend their PPTs. The first thing that placement committee is going to tell you is when I went into IIM, I was basically, I didn't do well in my BTech. Okay. So I was slightly underconfident. Okay. That hurt me in some ways, that also helped me in some ways. I didn't do well in my BTech because I was just very immature. So I was focused that I have to do well. Okay. In IIM, I was from the first day, I was focused that I have to study well. Okay. But I was not confident. Okay. The goals that I set for myself, okay, were pretty laughable at the end. Basically, my goal when I was entering IIM, okay, I remember telling myself that I have to pass every course. Okay. Which is because that was my mindset. Okay.
Right, sir.
Which I don't want anybody to do. Okay. Basically, I tell myself that if I had set my goals higher, if I had told, I was sure that I was going to study well, but I was just not confident that I will be able to study because of all the things that happened. So one thing is aim high. Okay. Don't aim low. Okay. Academically, aim high. Okay. Because it is all in your hands. That is the first thing I would tell you. The second thing, again, the mistake I made was I kind of wasted the 2 months. Okay. After the calls were released and before the IIM started. Not really wasted. I was resting. I was like recharging and all. But I also feel that if I had actually talked to some seniors, okay, about what are the kind of courses that are there, what should I do to prepare myself? I don't need to study too much, but at least even if I'm studying for an hour a day, I would be mentally prepared. I would know what to expect. There, when I went there were some courses where I knew nothing. I didn't know any basics.
Right.
First, go and download the curriculum for first year. Okay. You should know very clearly what are the subjects that are being taught in every term. And every term basically will have like say 5 or 6, maybe 10 courses. You should know the names of all of the courses.
Right, sir.
Very clear. Second, you should know what is it basically going to be about. Okay, you don't need to know the depth of it. For example, if there is something like say decision making, that is a quant course, that is a proper maths course. Okay, you should know that one of the courses accounting. You should know what is the credit for each of it. Okay, so that you are mentally prepared that okay, these are all the things that will be asked. That I think is the basic step. Okay. The second thing I would advise you to do is go through the accounts thing more in detail. Okay. Once you get it, try to figure out what is actually taught in accounts. Okay, in account, because it has a lot of weightage. Okay. And you don't need to know everything. But again, the more you know, the faster you will pick it up there. Okay. So accounts, I would say, is very important. Okay. Second, very important thing is Excel. Excel is very easy. Okay. It is very scoring. But in MBA, the problem is time is very, very limited.
Right, sir.
So even if you're able to save 10 hours, okay, if you know Excel very well, you will easily breeze through that course, okay, and you are saving 10 hours, okay. It is something that you can easily pick up. These two, I would say, are very important as far as from an academic standpoint. These are things I should have done in those 2 months, okay. First, know, again, in accounts is a very vast field, okay. So you should be more specific, okay. What is the accounts that is actually taught in IMA?
Okay.
It is not difficult. You can find some materials or something, some textbook. What is the textbook they're referring? Something or the other, you can figure it out. You don't need to go through the depth of it. So basically, I'm saying you should know the factorials, okay, before you enter.
Yes.
Okay. So accounts one. Next, know the syllabus, the overview, okay, what exactly is being taught where. Then become very good at Excel. Okay. Excel is very easy. You will save time.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and you have to score well in it. Everybody scores well in it. Don't waste time in it. Okay. In addition to it, there is the first term will be very, very hectic because the first term is, I think, the first 2 slots and maybe the third slot. Okay, that is when the placements happen, the summer internships. Till that time, it is very, very hectic. Not just from an academic standpoint. It is also because many companies come to the placements. Okay, you have to go and attend their PPTs. You are basically required to attend the PPTs. Some people after a point of time feel, "अरे मुझे attend नहीं करना है, मुझे सिर्फ पढ़ाई करना है." But basically, place commerce and all, they basically force you to go. So you won't have free time for yourself. Okay. So any time that you're able to save in the first 3 slots, you should try to save. Second, for this summers, you will need to build a resume. They will again ask you to build a resume immediately after you go. The first thing that placement committee is going to tell you is build a master resume. A master resume is basically everything that you have ever done, okay, which shows something about you, okay. There is no like restriction or something. It will be very long, but they basically want you to put it in, and from there you can try to create your own resumes, okay. So try to create a master resume now, okay. Keep thinking कि मैंने क्या किया, like 6th standard में मैंने कुछ तो जीता, वो लिखो, okay. And उसके लिए proof मांगते हैं. So वो proof अगर तेरे पास कोई certificate है, okay, photo है, कुछ ना कुछ तो है, तो try to accumulate it. Why are you doing this? Again, because you will save time at that time. If you don't do it now, you will do it after you go there, okay, which is a waste of time. Second, वहाँ पे जाके proofs ढूंढना, okay, is like
Yes,
hectic and also painful. No, then you have to call your school, all of
right,
that.
sir.
I'm saying all of that, do it now.
Okay,
So I'll tell you, master resume, accounts,
accounts,
Excel.
Excel.